First of all, why don't you introduce yourself to our audience?
I'm Debra Jeffreys and live in Metairie, Louisiana.
And you were the individual involved with what's now known as the Living, let me get this right, the county...
Livingston Parish.
It was the Livingston Parish.
Mm-hmm.
The Livingston Parish terror ordinance, when they wanted to make it illegal.
Yes, the divination ban.
Divination ban. And you live in the area, and you had your business inside Livingston.
Well, we'd heard about they were bringing this before their city council and wanted to ban divination. And the way that the ordinance was written, it was to be banned for consideration, any shape or form. And it was what we thought ludicrous, the way it was so broadly written, and it was just a fear factor. There wasn't any problems in Livingston Parish. There was no one brought up on charges or complaints of divination, but they were doing this just in case. So we got together and said, this is crazy. We need to go and talk to them and tell them, you know, the error of their ways. And went to the council meeting, and there was a group of us that each got up and talked and explained that it was fine if they were concerned with people taking advantage and the charlatans that are out there, you know, maybe charging a lot of money and trying to get things from people. And it's, you know, if you wanted to put a tax or make it licensed or some way to regulate and control so people aren't taken advantage of, but you can't just over the broad spectrum ban all types of divination. And explain to them that there's weather forecasting, there's medical prognosis is a best guess. Fortune cookies in the Chinese restaurants under this ordinance would be illegal. The weather predictions would be illegal. The sports predictions would be illegal. And one of the council members said that they could talk about it till they were blue in the face, but he was a Christian and loved the Lord, and he was not changing his mind.
And this is
and we didn't even bring into. I brought up that I was Wiccan, and that this is part of our belief system, and that we do use this in our practice.
More newspapers that wrote up you were Wiccan, then okay, because that was represented. But inside that council chamber, you didn't represent yourself.
I did.
Oh, you did represent yourself Wiccan.
And that it was part of our belief, part of our within our rituals, but not based on that aspect, but just the whole broad context.
It's very rare for people to actually do something. What really motivated you to actually do something?
I don't like people telling me I can't do something based on ignorance.
But you're not a professional tarot card. You were not.
No, I'm not.
You actually had no financial personal reasons for
No, absolutely not. And I have read tarot cards and do divination, but not for profit.
So this law really didn't affect you personally?
No, not at all.
For a financial purpose?
Not at all. It just, it was so broadly stated and just ridiculous. And this is the United States of America. We have freedoms here. And that's one of the great things about the country, is that we do have freedom of religion and freedom of commerce. And the people that do make a living at this shouldn't be stopped. And as part of my belief system, and we do divination at all of our public rituals to coincide with the seasons and the coming parts of the year, to tell us that you can't do this just was annoying.
And you felt that it was a Christian reaction, or a fear reaction?
It became very evident during this council meeting, because I did state that I was Wiccan, but I didn't bring it up as a religious reason of why this was wrong to pass this ban. It was just the broad spectrum way they worded it. So that I am Wiccan, I did bring up, but the one councilman especially seemed to focus on
And
that I'm Christian and I'm not changing my mind. Well, I don't care if you're Christian. That doesn't have anything to do with it.
And so then you offered a solution. You offered the usual solutions of licensing or other things because you understand that there could be fraud.
Mm-hmm. And that makes sense. You have to protect your public.
And from that point on.
But then
what happened next? You
so
left that council chamber.
They said no. They passed the ban and said, okay, now this is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, well, you have to break the law in order to be able to challenge it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I formed and had other people and some donations to gather up some money. I formed a Realistic Mystic Divination LLC. Mm-hmm. And had on my LLC listed as divination for consideration. We worded it as much in exact copying of this law so that I was definitely breaking this law if I went and did this. Mm-hmm. And we talked to the council to be able to go and do divination in Livingston Parish. I tried to get a business permit. And they said that it was fine because my business address was not within the parish, even though I would come into the parish to do my divination.
So they didn't want this confrontation.
They didn't.
They felt that they felt you would go away after a while.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's okay. You feel free. You're not breaking the law because my business didn't reside in the parish.
And then how did it resolve?
So we had Cliff Aiken, who did reside in the parish, mm-hmm. and agreed to become the plaintiff for mm-hmm. our lawsuit. So there was no way they couldn't weasel out of it. He was in the parish, and right. He does divination for consideration. Mm-hmm. And so Cliff became our plaintiff, and my little LLC funded the lawsuit, and Cliff was represented by a local attorney that lives in that parish also. Okay. And they overturned it and said this is against the Constitution, and it was just reversed.
And who reversed it? For
the parish council.
The parish council is the same ones who passed it.
Yes, yes.
And that must have been. Did they just pass it quickly and then ignored it, or?
They passed it very quickly, and their attorney, and when talking to the council, we told them, talk to your attorney that this is against constitutional rights, mm-hmm. and he refused to fight it. He told them this is against constitutional rights, and he would not. He wouldn't represent them, that they'd have to find another attorney.
Because he didn't want to call it a constitutional question.
Yeah. So.
And at the time, some people were threatening to take it to the Supreme Court.
So yeah,
How is it feeling being involved with the newspaper situations? The newspapers coming out, because this was national news. Mm-hmm. It was funny that it was nice to see the public opinion. Mm-hmm. Because most of the places that I saw it posted online, then there were, make your comments. And everything I saw was, this is crazy and they can't do this. And they were happy to see that we were standing up for our rights. Not only for us, but it helps other people in your county when they decide, hey, we're going to ban this. You can come back to, well, it passed here and it passed here and it passed here, that this is unconstitutional. So it just gives us more bargaining power later on. Well, your Covenant Church is involved often in challenging things. You're mm-hmm. down here in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And you guys are very big. I noticed that your group is very big in what they call. Boy, my mind just blinked there. We added things too, so don't worry about it. Let me try again. And to having precedent. That your group is very big into having legal precedent. Mm-hmm. I've heard. Listening around that you've had a number of incidents. You have good relations with your attorneys mm-hmm. and developing precedents. Would you agree that's true? Mm-hmm. And this was just along the same lines for you? Just build it. You said that you did because it was the wrong thing.
That's how it started. Is just when I heard that they're going to pass this ordinance. It's like, well, no, they can't do this. Somebody has to stop them.
Would you be worried that it would come here to other parishes throughout Louisiana?
It would be a possibility. Okay. That if it were to be passed in one parish and stand, mm-hmm. then again, the legal precedent is there. Another parish can say, you know, well, it's illegal here, so now let's make it illegal here. And you can't wait around for it to come to your doorstep. Mm-hmm. And we do have friends that live in Livingston Parish. We have friends that live all over the state and church members that live all over the state. So you have to watch out for each other.
Now, you're a fairly public pagan.
Mm-hmm.
Or a pagan, as you would describe yourself.
Yes.
Do you find yourself with problems with that in this part? You know, everybody always talks about how the South is so bad. And is it because you're in New Orleans?
I haven't experienced any problems.
And you work a regular job.
Mm-hmm. I recover organs for transplant and have done a presentation at work about religious diversity. And that was the scariest presentation I've ever done. Mm-hmm. I've gotten up in front of all kinds of people and talked and done presentations and done teaching, and I'm pretty good at just talking to people. Mm-hmm. And I was never so nervous because it wasn't just a presentation. Mm-hmm. This was something that means so much to me, for people to understand that we're normal, everyday people. We go to work, we pay our taxes, we raise our children, we help the community. We just see deity differently. But we're not goth kids in black clothes and
Well, that's very interesting because you're into a field, one that is very important. That's your kitty.
Sweet girl.
Everybody loves cats. But that's interesting. So, because I would think that a lot of people, I've met other Wiccans who are in the nursing field, and they get to, well, how can you do this? Or the idea that if they're not Christian, how can you really be that compassionate towards other people? But you've not received any of that.
No. And it's, especially working with organ donation, it fits so well with my beliefs about karma and recycling. I mean, what's the best way to recycle? You recycle people.
Okay.
And you're giving the gift of life. Mm-hmm. I mean, what better thing to do? And it fits in so well with my beliefs that, you know, I want to make a positive difference. I want to help.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, I've not actually met anyone actually in that field before.
Mm-hmm. It's a very cool job. It is. I know I make a difference. When I go to work, I know I make a difference.
And that sort of thing. And it's got to be. It is literally a life and death job. Mm-hmm. I mean,
I deal a lot with death, and even within my work, when my patients are dead. So I always tell them thank you. Because I feel that they're around and they know this great thing that they're doing. So and wanting other people to understand that there are religious diversities, and because we deal with death, that they may come into a family situation where they want to do a last ritual, or a blessing of the dead, or whatever. It may not be within their Christian norm. They shouldn't be surprised, and we still have to support our families, whatever their religious beliefs are. So that was my purpose for the presentation, is that, you know, whatever they believe, you have to respect that and let them do whatever religious death ritual that they may have.
And yet, for all of that, busy with that, you find ways to stand up for things. And now you're going to be involved with the restoration of the Dr. Buckland's Museum of Magic and Folklore, from what I understand.
Yes.
And so your religious life is almost a full-time job too.
Yes.
And from my understanding from your group, you're the most organized of your group.
Yes.
That must be tough, being organized, because being that, I mean, do you find that difficult with them, or?
Sometimes. I tend to like schedules. I keep everybody on track, and, you know, okay, it's time to do this now, and.
I know,
but you have to have that person.
Right. As I've been out here, I noticed that they've called to you, you know, to do this, because I've been out here the weekend working to do some filming.
Yeah, I'm sort of like the mom. I'm sort of like the mom. I kind of keep everybody in line, and.
And you're in this structure, so you find that, and there's other passion. You know, I know you have a lot of passionate people, and you would consider yourself passionate.
Yes.
And one last thing, I understand that you're a big fairy fan.
Yes.
How did you become a fairy fan? Or fairy
The wings.
The wings?
I always wanted wings.
Okay.
And just they're magical, and they fly, and they live in nature, in the woods, and you just have to love them.
Well, good. A lot of the people who watch our show, a lot of them have never been exposed to Wicca before, or the ideas here, or they're just beginning out. Do you have any suggestions to anyone who's beginning their path? I know that I see that you're very firmly in your goddess's path, your god and goddess's path, the Lord and Lady's path.
Yeah.
Would you have any suggestions from your own life experience how they can stay as clear in their path, especially standing up for justice? I mean, that's the hardest thing that they have.
Yeah. Well, I think not just within your religious beliefs, but within just to be a person, is you have to stand up for what you believe in. And you can't just say I'm a Wiccan, or say I'm a Christian. My younger brother is very much a devout Christian, and we definitely have differing beliefs. But I applaud him. He lives what he believes. He's an upstanding person. He takes care of his employees. He takes care of his family. He walks the walk. And I'm a big proponent of that, is that I think you should be able to tell what kind of person I am by looking at my life, not by a label. And the biggest thing that I got from my presentation at work is that these people all knew me. And it's like, okay, you know me. I'm not a wacko. I'm not a nutcase. And I do good things, and I help people, and we do fundraising and charity work and all these different things. So they know that being Wiccan isn't scary.
Well, even this weekend, you guys are taking Yule presents to take to an orphanage. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that you guys collect all sorts of toys?
Yes.
At your Yule gathering?
Yes.
And that orphanage is Christian run?
Yes. It's run by some nuns.
And you guys have a really good relationship with these nuns.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping to get Bella to talk a little bit about that, but you guys have really good relationships with other, which is something. So if you walk your walk, you don't have to be you don't have to worry about the hostility of these other.
Yeah.
It's your chip. You don't have a chip on your shoulder, so you don't.
Yeah. It's you have to live it. I mean, if you believe it, you have to live it.
And it's been mentioned. Do you feel that one of the reasons you work a lot with nuns because you're all women? Because you're women, but you find it easier to work with?
Yeah, probably. And they're a little more open-minded.
Okay. Just because everybody's going to ask, what's the name of your cat?
My cat is Bailey.
Bailey.
Yes.
They're going to ask me because they all love cats.
Yes, she is Bailey.
Well, thank you. Any last comments you'd have?
No. I love witch school.
Thank you. Yes, you're a member of witch
yes,
school.
I am a member of witch school.
Okay, how long have you been a member?
A member probably 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
A lifetime member probably a year.
Oh, good.
We give out gift certificates at our Pagan Pride Festival, and I think it's a great thing.
I appreciate that. We always try to add to it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
This October, the world of pagan voices comes together in one global gathering, the Pagan World Congress. 5 days, over 100 hours, speakers, rituals, music, and town halls streamed across the world. Join the conversation, shape the future, be part of history. The Pagan World Congress, October 9th through 13th, 2025. Online at paganworld.co.